Biden recently killed it at a fundraiser with the likes of Obama, Bill Clinton, Stephen Colbert, and others where they managed to raise $26 million, and of course, right-wingers are mauling. This is largely due to Trump's fundraising failures, while the Biden campaign continues to do increasingly well, with the $26 million he managed to raise in one night representing more than Trump's entire month of February. And Jessica Tarlov was discussing this on The Five, where it's no surprise her MAGA co-host tried to poke holes in the strength of the Biden campaign any way possible, to which Jessica really held their feet to the fire in some rather scathing retorts, of which we're going to look at, and we can start here.
The truth of the matter is that the Biden campaign is doing quite well right now, and raking in $26 million in a night is really good, and Donald Trump hopes to, the figure the AP is putting out there, bring in $33 million next weekend when he has a fundraiser at Mar-a-Lago. I hope you guys will be making fun of him then when he has Vanilla Ice and Kid Rock. Now, the way that he's spending... Oh, I'm sorry. And Kevin Sorbo, maybe?
One can only hope.
Well, I'm so excited just thinking about it.
I'll trade Sorbo for Lizzo.
I just want to add, Greg Gutfield goes on to make an insanely gross joke that would never be funny because, you know, comedian. But Jessica is right. We've seen the recent reports of Joe Biden having 3-to-1 in terms of fundraising money and cash on hand at his campaign as Trump. It's been well documented Trump's struggles with securing fundraising even before he lost the 2020 election, getting absolutely trounced by 7 million votes and then doing January 6th. And after the State of the Union that Joe Biden knocked out of the park, the sentiment and support for him has been growing. The sentiment in his ideas alone in one night jumped from 38% to 62%. The fact of the matter is that the Biden campaign is full steam ahead and it's rolling strong. And Republicans are mad they don't have any cheap little jabs at him, while at the same time, Trump's campaign is floundering in front of our eyes.
When you bring in $26 million in a night or $10 million out of the State of the Union, you can do things like open up 10 field offices in North Carolina. It's the first time the Democrats will have a field office in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We have 36 offices in Wisconsin. That's how you win elections with ground game, and that's what Donald Trump is hoping to do as well with his legal fees and then field offices, I'm sure, because we're arresting him all the time.
Yes, you have.
I can't stop.
And this is really the beauty of it. While Biden is not only out fundraising Trump, Trump is having to siphon funds off for his legal woes. Really, Trump is needing to be the one outspending Biden by 3-to-1 for this to even kind of even out, where Trump is having to pay lawyers. Biden is, as Jessica said, getting to open field offices in swing states, something Trump doesn't have the cash on hand to do. This is allowing him to reach out to those unaffiliated or even Republican voters who are flippable in an effort to flip these blue states or flip these swing states back to blue, or to keep them blue if that's where they already were, with senior officials stating the campaign has opened 44 of these offices in Wisconsin, 14 in Pennsylvania, and 20 in Michigan. These are the little things, the groundwork that builds up the foundation of a successful campaign. And it also represents the sort of infrastructure that Trump really does not have for a general election. And like his funds, his efforts in these regards pale in comparison because of it. And we can see these effects also bear out in the polling. Republicans loved talking about polling when they were lying about Trump leading in every poll. And as soon as they're down, they're of course like, well, Trump was down to Hillary in the polls and he still won, even though we're going to dive into that. Most polls were pretty close to what the popular vote was, which is what polls predict, not the electoral votes. And Hillary did receive more of the popular vote, but I digress. If we look to now, a recent Quinnipiac poll and also a Morning Consult poll both have Biden up. And according to recent Reuters polling, Biden's approvability, though obviously not where we want it yet, is also on the rise, which is exciting. And the top polled issues also seem to favor him heading into the general. Extremism as the top issue, which of course Trump embodies extremism, so you're not going to vote for him. We've covered numerous times how by all factors the economy is turning around, record low unemployment, record job growth, wages outpacing inflation, consumer spending and consumer confidence up. The list is there for the economy, to say the least. We've also talked about my thoughts on the border deal and how I thought it was a Democratic miss with what they were trying to do, but it does seem that Americans are now blaming Republicans as well for the border, so maybe the play worked out somewhat, at least ostensibly. And we've also largely covered how crime is down from the spike in almost every facet. Abortion is clearly a Democratic strength, and I think a lot of these signs point to the strengthening of the Biden campaign. Just in time for Trump's campaign to weaken and eventually crumble, as additionally to his current struggles, he's going to have the cases and his legal troubles piling in any second. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.